Sacred fire turned violent blue. A voice descended through the pillars, and every word came cutting through. You called it judgment, called it justice. You never asked what I had known. You gave the guilty man the ocean, then chained the wounded one to stone. The flowers blackened on the altar. The mirrors cracked before my face. My skin grew cold beneath the lightning. My hair began to twist like snakes. Each living coil awoke in anguish. Each fang was sharpened by my pain. The temple trembled underneath me. The storm came pouring through the rain. You changed my beauty into terror. You placed your anger in my eyes, then taught the frightened world to hate me for wearing your divine disguise. The servants fled across the marble, their prayers abandoned in the hall. One turned and looked at me in horror, then never moved again at all. His hands grew pale, his breath grew silent. His open mouth became a grave. I watched his body harden slowly into the stone he could not escape. Was I the sinner or the victim? Was I the wound or was I wrong? Why do the gods protect their temples but leave the innocent alone? You wrote your sentence in my features. You sealed your vengeance in my blood. Then poets called the victim wicked and praised the cruelty from above. I left the temple through the ruins. No final prayer remained to say. The woman died beneath the thunder. The legend walked into the grave. Something is moving underneath me. Something is coiling through my blood. I hear 1,000 quiet whispers. I taste the iron in the flood. My heartbeat sounds like distant war drums. My breath is colder than the grave. The skin I wore no longer knows me. The body bends but will not break. serpents know the hearts of hunters long before they raise a knife. They hiss when promises are hollow. They strike when danger threatens life. No God will teach me how to hold this. No priest will cleanse what God's designed. So I will turn the curse to armor and guard the woman trapped inside. I feel the fire behind my vision. I feel the darkness lose its hold. The fear that almost broke my spirit is slowly changing into gold. Let everything become a warning. Let every hiss pronounce my name. They gave me poison as a sentence. I forged the poison into flame. Stay behind the fallen doorway. Keep your face turned to the wall. I can hear the fear inside you. I can hear your heartbeat call. You say you never came to kill me. You say you only lost your way. But hope has buried many strangers, and kindness rarely learned to stay. Do not turn your eyes toward mine now. Do not step into the light. I haven't ended lives by accident, with nothing but a frightened sight. I remember human voices. I remember being touched. Now the serpents rise between us. When another comes too close, you ask me whether stories matter. You ask me whether I regret. I remember every statue, every face I cannot forget. Perhaps you would have called me gentle in another life and place. Perhaps I would have held your fingers and let the sunlight touch my face. But love cannot survive a mirror, and trust cannot survive this curse. The closer that you try to reach me, the more I fear I'll make it worse. So listen to my voice in darkness, and never cross the marble line. You do not need to see my features to understand this grief is mine. Your hand is waiting through the curtain. My hand is trembling next to yours. silence that it wakes. Welcome to my silent garden, where no leaves move in the wind. Every figure has a story, every story has an end. Here a warrior raised his spearhead, here a thief reached for my crown, here a poet came for answers. Now his lips make not a sound. They came searching for a monster, they came hungry for a name. Now they stand around my temple, frozen monuments to fame. I walk between them in the midnight. I know every face and blade. Some were cruel and some were foolish, some were young and some were brave. I left my warnings by the entrance. I carved the danger into stone. But men will cross a field of bodies just to say they walked alone. Sometimes I speak as if they hear me. Sometimes I clean the dust away. Sometimes I place a flower gently in the hand that meant to slay. Does mercy count when none can feel it? Does sorrow matter to the dead? I ask the moon above the columns what the moon looks on instead. A mother waits beyond the mountains, a lover watches by the shore. They curse the creature in the temple, never asking what they came here for. The statues guard me without choosing. Their empty eyes reflect my own. I live among 1,000 faces, yet I have never felt more alone. When morning paints the marble silver, the silence almost feels divine. The torches wake along the hallway, though no human hand is near. Every serpent lifts its head now. Someone living has come here. Bronze is scraping over marble, leather whispers through the dust. Another hero seeks a legend, another sword is raised in trust. The walls remember every footstep, every doorway hides a breath. Those who enter seeking glory walk through corridors of death. I know the weight of every hunter, I know the scent of oil and steel. I hear them trade their fear for courage, telling one another not to feel. They carry mirrors on their armor, they carry legends in their hands. They think a prophecy will save them, they think the gods obey commands. I move behind the broken pillars, my shadow crosses painted wars. The serpents whisper where they're hiding, I hear their breathing through the doors. A polished shield reflects the darkness, a golden eye, a moving coil. The hunter strikes an empty image, his weapon sparks across the floor. I do not chase them for the pleasure, I do not hunger for their cries. But no one leaves with my destruction, no one takes my life as prize. This temple was not built for monsters, it was the only home I found. They filled its halls with blood and terror, then blamed the woman underground. The final torch dies in the hallway. One by one, the voices cease. Moonlight finds another statue, and the temple returns to peace. You carve the word into my story, you place the terror on my face. You sent your sons to take my silence, then called their violence sacred graves. You built your temples out of marble, you hid your crimes beneath the gold. You made a monster for your legend, so every lie could still be told. I am the answer to your judgment, I am the shape your cruelty made. Every curse you placed upon me only taught it all. You wanted women who stayed gray. But every serpent is a witness, and every statue knows the cost. I carry names you never honored. I carry voices you erased. Bring every hero from your kingdom. Bring every spear and polished shield. Bring every song that calls me evil. Then let the truth enter the field. I was not born beneath the darkness. I did not choose the serpent crown. You pushed a woman from the temple, then praised the men who hunted her down. No longer will I ask forgiveness for having lived through what you did. No longer will I hide the fury your sacred stories try to hide. You mistook my isolation for the silence of the weak. Now the monster you created has finally learned how to speak. If surviving makes me wicked, then let wickedness survive. You can call my rage a nightmare, but your hands taught it to rise. The gods may hide above the thunder, the kings may tremble on their thrones. You gave me eyes that silence armies. Now watch me turn your lies to stone. The blade arrived without a warning, guided by a borrowed light. The shield became the hunter's vision. A mirror stole my final sight. I saw the temple turning sideways. I heard the serpents cry as one. The marble floor rose cold beneath me. The endless darkness met the sun. He lifted what remained in silence, afraid to look upon my face. My blood ran dark across the altar. The gods called murder sacred grace. made to keep the powerful strong. My eyes will live beyond the temples, beyond the gods who shaped my name. Every serpent, every statue, every silence keeps the flame. Flesh may vanish into darkness, ancient kingdoms turn to dust, but legends born from pain and anger outlive the hands that call them cursed. When you see my face in marble, do not remember only fear. Remember who was first abandoned and why the monster still is here. I walked where morning touched the marble, where quiet waves embraced the shore. White flowers rested in my dark hair, and sunlight waited by the door. I carried fire between the columns, I poured the oil, I swept the stone. I knew the names of every goddess, yet none of them would hear my own. Before the serpents knew my heartbeat, before my eyes could silence men, I was a woman of the daylight who thought the gods protected her then. The gulls were turning over water, the painted heavens shone in blue. I whispered prayers into the incense, believing every word was true. A shadow crossed the sacred entrance, the golden morning turned to gray. The marble faces watched in silence, and no immortal looked my way. The flowers scattered from my fingers, the sacred flame began to shake. I called for justice through the temple, but heaven answered far too late. Do not remember only terror, do not remember only stone. There was a woman in the sunlight, there was a life she called her own. Once human hands arranged the flowers that later withered near my head. The final candle died beside me. The sea grew silent past the wall. The gods who claim to guard the helpless never came to me at all. Remember me before the darkness, before the curse erased my name. I was not born with eyes of winter. I was not born to carry shame.